So congratulations on getting this deal with TastyTrade done. Tell me about your growth expectations and what ambitions do you have for the US, given this must be a very competitive market?
Well, first of all, thanks very much for the opportunity to speak to you. As we said, TastyTrade is a wonderful asset, and it is totally consistent with the strategy I set out 2.5 years ago when I became CEO to expand into new products and new geographies. And the options and futures market in the US is the largest in the world. So we believe it offers tremendous opportunity. TastyTrade is a fantastic asset, both in terms of high growth, high margin, with veterans that have been in this business for a very long period of time.
Good morning, June. Do you plan to give financial guidance on TastyTrade as a standalone unit, or how soon will that be fully incorporated to the kind of forecasts for IG Group?
We will be giving some guidance on TastyTrade in our full-year results that are coming out next month. And over time, we will be integrating it into the total IG Group family. Our intention as a company is to leverage this based on synergies. This is not about cost takeout. We see it as a totally complementary business for us.
A lot of your business, of course, is around spread betting, but you do have share trading businesses as well, June. Are you planning to expand that side of the business to take advantage of the boom that we're seeing in retail trading? And can you give us a sense of just how big that boom has been? You know, what kind of a factor increase in retail trading have you seen, and just how many customers have you had to turn away because you just don't have the capacity? What's the story been?
Well, first of all, we do see there's a structural shift in terms of retail traders. We're focused on retail traders that are very anxious to learn, to be informed. We have a lot of educational content around that. Our interest in terms of growing ambitious retail traders around the world is very much in line with what we've done with TastyTrade. As we look at the growth in terms of the structural growth, we see that we've been able to handle the excitement and interest in our business. And we've also seen that the educational content that we provided, both through IG Academy, has been totally consistent with that. We haven't had really any problems in terms of making sure that we have the right people and serve our current clients well as take on appropriate clients around the world.
In 2021, it's impossible to talk about retail equity traders without talking about meme stocks. How much of a systemic risk do you think that this year's phenomenon of kind of unprofitable companies seeing soaring prices just because they become a meme stock or just because there are hedge fund shorts out there? Is this a major problem, or do you think it's a fad? Do you think it's here to stay? What's your kind of views on it from your audience?
You know, it's hard to tell whether or not this is going to be a structural change. We do see that in general, there's a huge interest in equities and in terms of learning more about these types of shares. So what we're doing is trying to ensure that people get the right education in order to trade responsibly. Our view is that the meme stocks will come and go because it is a social media trend. We're looking at making sure that people get the right information around responsible and appropriate companies as opposed to just trading on fads.
You're looking at the TastyTrade website, June. It's a brokerage business, but it's also an investment education platform and, to some extent, a broadcasting business. How does that fit in with your plans from here?
Well, we think it's totally consistent, and one of the real reasons why we're excited about TastyTrade is its financial network in terms of content, educational content, that has actually been subscribed by almost 1 million people around 190 countries around the world. It has tremendous loyalty and also great take-up. It started this business 10 years ago, so it's really on the forefront of ensuring it provides the right kind of content to people. So we think that's going to be a real differentiator going forward.